At first glance, Philip Isohe's shop seems like any other metal and woodworking shop in East Africa. He's part of the unofficial fabrication industry in Nairobi, Kenya. Walking along Ngong Road, nothing would make his duka stand out. It's brightly painted and has some of its beds, chairs, and tables sitting out front on display, just like everyone else. From the outside, everything looks normal, but Philip is different. If you ask Philip to show me something interesting, his eyes will light up and he'll take you to the back of his shop. There he will uncover his hobby, creating 2-scale and working models of airplanes and buses. Everything made from scratch, including the engine, working steering, lights, propeller, and transmission, is so out of place that it becomes surreal.
This is part of my hobby, and what I normally do is actually metal work, doing things like windows, making beds, and first of all I started making cars. You see, body cars, big cars, dismantling and putting back frames actually on it.
Alright, here we are with Philip and the final product. Philip, all the lights are working, all the propellers working.
Yeah, you can see the propeller is actually working, and also you can see some lights actually, those are functioning. There's this light functioning as well as this one.
Okay.
And you can see this one is also functioning there. And you can see those inside ones.
So how do I turn off and turn on the lights and the engine?
There's a switch here.
Okay.
Two switch. There's one for that one for the engine. You see now it's off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The engine has stopped. And then for the lights, there's this one. The lights are off.
Nice.
So after you've done, then you close. You'll never open. So each door has got an inches. So what inspired me was actually trying to put actually something like this into something that somebody can actually feel. I used to draw, but then I thought of making maybe doing something like putting my feelings in something like somebody can actually see what is it. You never do with somebody. Myself, I normally sit down, design, then come up with something. So you see how that is actually different from a group of people sitting on a table designing, do this. No, this one I do it alone, myself. Even nobody else does assist me. So it's just compiling things together and putting them into action.
Have you been excited about doing this type of thing since you were a young boy?
I like them. It's my hobby. Something I was given by God. Talent. I'm proud of it. This is what makes me feel who I am now. I like them. Part of me was actually to be one of the guy who actually would like to produce this kind of things.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I didn't go there. You know, when you come from a poor family, that's the problem. No support nowhere. So this one actually was given by God, and I had to translate it to something. But I'm willing to go further onto this.
So do you do it for fun, for education, for art?
Yeah, I do it for fun, education, and that's my hobby. It's part of me. I feel good when I do these things. I didn't learn from anything. Actually looking around the things and then see this is the positive, this is the negative part of it, and then actually from the torch or from anywhere else you can see this is negative and this is positive. You join those two things together, you find the positive part of negative part and positive part of a light. You join them together. Before putting actually the lights into this thing, I had to find positive and negative. So the same applies to battery. It has got positive and negative. So actually that was actually natural. Looking at the things, then I do it. So nobody taught me how to do this thing. This is my own actually knowledge of doing this. So I did not learn from anywhere else. So, well, what I decided from the paper, because first of all you need actually to put these things to scale. You actually don't wake up and do it. So first of all I had to actually to scale it, to put it into proportion. And you see how small, so you can see those little numbers in the millimeters. You see, now this is the way I actually used the scale. I was actually playing around with it, so I measured everything. So from here, you see, even you can actually use the model actually to make a bus body. There's so many designs. You see how things are cut. Those are small piece of metal. So this is normal. You see now this is a used tin that I actually picked. So I had to put them. You wash them, and then it's just like a tin like this. You see, this one has been used. So I actually cut it there. Then it comes things like this. So from here, I actually start drawing. Then after drawing, I cut. And along the edge, you normally use actually this with some other materials that I actually don't have here. Drawing, you actually cut, or you do what we call tin snipping. You cut the metals, not the metal, the mabati from the tin. You can see here it's almost complete. So from this process, this one is another one. You see all these lights here, they're functioning. These lights here are functioning. This is the wiring. And from there, the point is that I normally hide them, so you can see. Even the finishing is inside. There's no way you'll see the wiring. So I normally hide the wire, not to actually spoil the finishing. So you can see the way I started. These are all used tins. So I actually bent them like this to fit. Even these lights are working. You see even the steering and this axle. You can see even the steering actually has to function. You can see right here there's a shock absorber inside. This is the leaf spring. They're all functioning. And this is a diff plus leaf spring. Shock absorbers, see, they're all.
Does the differential work?
Yeah, it does work because there's a motor here. You see that motor? Yeah, there's a motor here. So if actually take the power is on, actually when connected to a finger-sized battery, you'll actually find the thing rotating. That's why you see when the diff actually is connection driving shaft is connected here. So you see actually the whole thing moving. And this one is actually slippers. These are the template on the side. Now you can see really. This is the way I work it. Now so if they're actually in plenty, I don't have to get around. I actually use the same 10. So it just joining it together is one thing that is very important. Nice finishing. This I only use soldering wire and ironing. So you see now you get this finishing. Now you see nice two-piece, just like a hollow inside here. You carve it around actually this way. So you join all these two things together, and that's a very important thing. So unless you're really in the way it opens, and then here you can actually see the lock. Once you have closed, you can open. I expect a living out of it, because at the moment I'm actually concentrating on some other works that will actually keeping me. But well, I really intend to actually put my strength into this, and then actually even to teach some other people now to do this, and then they earn a living. So that's my vision. Yeah, see if I can help the other people to actually understand. Well, I would really love it to be actually there. That's actually my great idea, what I think about it. Just not just to stay here, but it can actually go worldwide. Well, I would say thank you all for supporting Kenyans. The time we had difficult times, the world was actually with us Kenyans. And somebody like me, I was actually spared. And I thank you very much for promoting local people. And I would actually wish you the best of all from Kenya. My name is Philip Isohe from Kakamega district.
Philip is different in other ways too, mostly because he's an anomaly in the way innovation happens and ingenuity is shown in Africa. It's usually in the mundane things, the simple items that make life work or that create small businesses, that the lion's share of the creativity happens, not in hobbyist work like this.